Welcome to Sanatorium Hill. I have traveled about 15 miles southwest of Hamilton to where the local phone tower is. So those are old school microwave point-to-point antennas. And I saw a massive fire or smoke from a fire on my way in, but now I'm kind of on the wrong side of this hill here to see it. So I'm going to put you in wide angle. There we go, there's wide angle. And see if I can get across here. I've got the microphone today, so hopefully you cannot hear that wind, because it's fairly windy up here. So I'm looking sort of northeast. I don't see the smoke. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, so what are we looking at? I'm looking due north. So Hamilton is in between the building and the tower, off in the distance. And the hills there in the background is where we were on Saturday, where we did the Haki Rimata walkway. And then just in between these two antennas, you've got a mountain in the background. That's a volcano out at Raglan. And I'll try and say the name from memory. It's like Kai Koi or Koi Kai, something like that. And then directly behind this first tree here is Mount Pirangia. And I apologize for misspelling that on many occasions before. Mount Pirangia is the North Island's largest basalt volcano. And it is related to this next bump over here. That's Mount Kakipuku. I'm sure I butchered that up again. And then the little bump that's just to the left of it is also a volcano. And so that volcano, this next one, Pirangia, and the one over at Raglan are all part of the same volcanic group, the Alexandra Volcanic Group. And they line up almost perfectly southeast to northwest in a straight line. And that volcanic group was active from about 2.6 million years ago to something like 1.9 million years ago. And so that mountain there is Maungatotari, and it is an andesite volcano. And we call it now Sanctuary Mountain. It's been fenced off to protect the wildlife like the kiwi from rabbits, goats, and possums. You can't quite make out the fence from here. And I'm also looking to see if you can identify where the giant landslide occurred, but I don't see it. We might need to move over to the other side. Although it could be grassed in, it could have recovered. Let's see if we can zoom in. So I've come down a little bit further down Sanatorium Hill to the next parking lot. It's a little less windy down here. Didn't realize how cold my hands had got until I got back in the car. Is this an old chimney? Don't know. we'll get a good view of Piranha from here. That's for sure. There she is, looming in the distance. Yeah, there's a few trees in the way. Maybe too far. How's that? Okay, looking due west, we've got Piranha, Kakipuku, and then its little brother right there. All part of the Alexandra Volcanic Group. Yeah, it's a great spot. You hear the motorway down there though. So this group of trees right here, these are kauri trees. These were heavily logged in the 1800s. This whole area from Waikato north used to just be covered in these trees. Big, tall trees. Grew up to redwood size, which is quite massive. And there's a stand here. These trees lived hundreds of years. And they were logged out quite aggressively, unfortunately. And then the tree stumps were all dug up for the sap. They called it gum. So they had gum diggers that would dig up those stumps and haul them down. I believe they made turpentine for boats. It's all used for boat building. And then after all the stumps were dug up, then the farmers took over because the land was nice and cleared, although it had giant potholes in it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see the glints of sun coming off the cars right there. That's the motorway, State Highway 1, connecting Hamilton and Cambridge. Yep, they're doing a lot of work on the motorway right now. Putting in a bypass around the east side of Hamilton, which will be great for us when it's done. Okay, it's a shame they let it grow up. The overgrowth is somewhat blocking our view. Oh, there's the tower again. I couldn't get quite high enough to see where the antennas are aiming. Obviously, the one was pointing to the radio tower we could see on the adjacent hill, but there are a couple of big ones that are aiming off towards, I don't know if they're pointing to Tauranga or Rotorua. I couldn't see the other antenna to quite work it out. I'm curious if you could have a better view if we just walk a little bit along the trail, so maybe I'll do that. It's about 1 o'clock on Thursday. And let's see, it is nice and sunny. The temperature's warm. It's probably 15 degrees Celsius in the sun. But up on that peak, it felt rather chilly. I'm going to go just a little into the woods here and just see if we have a nice view off to the east. I mean the west, sorry. Here's what the trail looks like. Kind of tight in here. A little dark. Plenty of ferns. Oh, I wasn't planning on hiking, wearing my new nice shoes. So this is Patti, 7-finger. Oops, sorry, I'll put that where you can see it a little better. Shrub or small tree. Ferns and more ferns. That's a good size one there. That's why they call them tree ferns. Look how big that is. Yep, this is what the native bush is supposed to look like. Lots and lots of ferns. Okay, so before I leave though, I thought I'd walk across the street, check out this paddock entrance. It was too beautiful to not stick my head in. How beautiful. So we've got some old water tanks here on the right. I see the hose, so it's probably feeding a water trough further down. And then I'm guessing you can see the radio tower there. Well, you can really hear the birds flying around.